What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank, and I just want to address something that I see all the other Pan-Africans addressing. So I need to go ahead as a Pan-African in unison with them. I need to address it, right? It's about Go Black to Africa. Now, first off, Go Black to Africa has never been a Pan-African. Go Black to Africa is not pro-black. Go Black to Africa is part of a cult, okay? He's part of a cult. That guy is crazy, all right? I listen to him talk. He's very nonsensical. Every now and then he can say something that, sounds interesting, that may be right, but for the most part, the breadth of what he's talking about, he is total chaos. He is quintessentially the snake in the grass, okay? He's going to Africa with a colonizing mindset. It's bad enough that we have to deal with the European Christianity, right, infecting our people, right? It's bad enough we got to deal with the Asiatic Islam that infects our people. But this guy, this black guy, is got the nerve to go over there and take his cult, his fictitious Hebrew Israelite cult mentality, and take it over there and try to convince Africans, continental Africans, who, because the European did not put African history in their curriculum, a lot of Africans don't know who they are, right? Just like a lot of African Americans don't know who they are in Caribbean, a lot of us don't know who they are. He's taking advantage of their lack of knowledge, and he's going here trying to indoctrinate them on a third fictitious religion that does nothing but poison our people, and it keeps them away from learning who they are. All right, Go Black to Africa tried to make the thing in Ghana seem like it was about him. All right, it ain't have nothing to do with him. He's a Hebrew Israelite, right? But he's in Africa taking advantage of the African people. He's a colonizer with a colonizer mindset. All right, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start practicing what I preach. Me, Pan-African Strike Back, Dynast, and all the other ones that y'all know I critique, right? Some of us have fundamentally different views. We may have different political views in America. We do, right? And we argue and we talk shit. But keep in mind, we black folks, we always talk shit. I talk more shit playing spades than I do about these guys on YouTube. Like, I talk more, and we playing Monopoly, we might not even be friends afterwards, because I don't care if you're my family, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do, and it's a little entertaining, but it ain't nothing personal, because despite all the shit that we may talk about each other, make fun of each other a little bit, and I know some of y'all think it's serious. It's not serious, right? Pan-African Strike Back, Brandon, despite his political views I don't agree with, he's in Africa doing something, right? Dynast, despite what I believe, in my own personal views, he over there doing something. Me, I'm in Africa doing something. And there are Africans, African Americans, and African Caribbeans over there doing something. Bomani, despite what I think about him, Bomani is in Africa doing something, all right? Kali Genesis, I think he might be doing something. I'm gonna put him in that category too. I think he's doing something, right? I ain't paying that, but still, he's trying to, or actively doing something. So for Go Black to Africa to hit below the belt and try to use all of our former Pan-Africans who got killed, yeah, they got killed by somebody that looked like them. It's always like that in every country. Every great Asian revolutionary got killed by another Asian. Every great European revolutionary got killed by another European. Every great Arab revolutionary got killed by another, Arab. Every great revolutionary, African usually get killed by the African, except for our case in America. Usually it's white people that kill us, right? Because we're right with them. But what I'm saying is, those men back then, they weren't great. When they were alive and they were doing their thing, they was just regular folk doing the best that they could during that time. And just like them, they died. But guess what? The Pan-African ideology still lives, right? It doesn't die because a meeting was canceled, okay? Meetings get canceled all the time. It doesn't die just because South Africa may leave the African Union. That doesn't mean Pan-Africanism is dead. South Africa, as an independent nation, is making political moves to strengthen and empower themselves. And if they believe the African Union is not living up to what the African Union is supposed to be, they got the right to leave. And maybe they'll form something better. It's okay. Change is chaos. Change is always going to be chaotic. When you're trying to do something, it's going to be hard. When you're trying to make effective change, it can be difficult, right? Things look like it's not coming together, but that's the soup. You got to mix that soup up. You got to agitate things. In South Africa right now, they agitating things, and I like it. Okay, and we got problems in Africa, but there's many people out there, not only the ones that's putting themselves out there. Because listen, if Brandon really wanted to make some real money on YouTube, right? We're talking about Pan-Africanism. This dude knows he be in his bag when it comes to the religion. He could go out here and talk about Jesus Christ and have 1 million subscribers. He ain't got to touch politics. He can literally just go talk about Jesus Christ. He can go in that lane. He can go to the Bible route and have 1 million subscribers. And he be living fat off the hog. But that's not what he's trying to do, right? That's not what he's trying to do. He's on a mission, right? Same with me. I can be funny and do other shit. If I really want to grow, if I wanted to use YouTube to make money, I can do other shit. I got talents, you understand? I could just go do some funny shit. I've been on stage a lot. I've been on stage, I've performed, I've been on TV, other than YouTube. I've been on TV. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna tell y'all where I've been. I've been on TV and been seen by millions of people, and y'all don't even know it, right? But I don't talk about that or highlight all that because I'm on a mission. And Pan-Africans are on a mission. It doesn't matter how small you think we are right now. Because there was a point in time when people thought that Kwame Nkrumah was small, right? They thought that all the other revolutionary Pan-Africans were small. They thought all the freedom fighters in America that got killed by the federal government and the CIA, there was a time when people thought they were small and insignificant, just talking on the corner, right? People think we just talking on YouTube. Right? We could be doing other things. We ain't got to put ourselves out. This shit is dangerous. Somebody can reach out and touch us at any time. Right? But we alive and we doing it. So that means that they didn't die for nothing. Pan-Africanism is alive and it's growing bigger and bigger. And just because the Pan-African conference was canceled doesn't mean the people that were going to go are not Pan-African no more. They're going to have another meeting somewhere else. Sometimes people like to infiltrate our movements for other agendas, and that seems to be what was going to happen. So it was probably a good thing that it was canceled until they can clear that out, because there's Europeans that's trying to infiltrate the Pan-African movement. There are Europeans that's trying to get in there, these so-called allies. Listen, the Pan-African movement is for us, all right? If they want to have a big world unity thing, first thing they need to go do is deal with their house, with the Europeans, and try to kill the ideology of white supremacy, try to kill the ideology of white envy, of self-loathing, of depression. They need to deal with their stuff in their house and leave us alone, right? And let us deal with our stuff. And then when they get their shit together, talking about white people, when they get their shit together and they get their house in order, and we get our house in order 100 years down the line, then we can come together as a human, or as the big human race. But until they get their house together and we get our house together, it's not going to happen. So in the meantime, between time, people like me, Brandon, Dynas, and whatever y'all, like I said, just because we have different political views, just because we go back and forth, don't mean that at the end of the day, when somebody from the outside try to infiltrate for real and poison our people, we ain't gonna stand up united as Pan-Africans. This is an example right here. All right. As much shit as we're gonna talk about each other, when it comes to this Pan-African thing, we're gonna take it seriously. And I'm gonna stop telling them they ain't Pan-African. Even though, I ain't taking back anything I said. I'm just letting you know. But I don't know, I can't say what's in these individuals' heads, what they doing, right? But I do actually believe they Pan-African. I just think that my version is better. Okay, but whatever. We're gonna make it there at some point, right? We all going separate roads, but we going to the same place. We got the same, at the end of the day, no matter how we plan on getting there, we all really got the same mission. That's to unify the black people, and we're gonna do it. And guess what? If one day I get taken out, Brandon get taken out, Dynas get taken out, and then Bomani get, if we get taken out, right? God forbid, ancestors forbid. Guess what? Somebody else is gonna get up and take the mantle. Somebody else is gonna do it. If we fail in the attempt, somebody else is gonna pick it up. And it doesn't matter how far we go. Just trying by itself is all that's necessary. Just do a little thing. You do a little thing. If you can change and convince one person, you succeeded in Pan-Africanism. There's not going to be one individual Pan-African group or Pan-African organization or Pan-African person that's going to be a Superman and fix the entire black world individually by themselves based on anything they say or do. It's impossible, not practical, not realistic. Pan-Africanism is a collective ideology, political ideology, social ideology that we collectively, like raindrops, flooding this dry ground until it's moist enough to grow something in it. And that's what we're doing. So I just want to make this, nobody should, I don't even know how Goblack2Africa has 100,000 subscribers. That is a tragedy that he has that many people listening to the garbage, poison trash that comes out that guy's mouth. And that's from one veteran to another. I don't care that he served his country, because right now he served his country, but he's not serving his people. He's not serving his people. And he's not a Pan-African. He's not pro-black. He's pro himself. And he's looking real sick lately. He don't look as fresh as and he should be looking fresh. He's been in Africa long enough. That sun should have straightened him out. There's something going on with that dude. That guy is not right up here. And it behooves any black person that has been manipulated by him to move away from him rapidly. We are not Hebrew Israelites. We are none of that stuff. We are Africans. That's who we are. We are Africans. That is it. That is all. That's all I got to say. This is Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach them. I'm out.